This is a Lomo'Instant Wide Glass, an instant film camera made by Lomography that shoots Fujifilm Instax Wide film and features an incredibly sharp glass lens. I've had mine for 2 months, shot 4 packs of film, and I genuinely think this is the best Instax Wide camera on the market. But it has one major flaw. No camera's perfect, and the Lomo'Instant Wide Glass is no exception. So, what is the Achilles heel of this camera? While I have gotten better at framing, I'm still not great, and I'm constantly second-guessing myself anytime I take a shot. The Viewfinder has a few different framing guides for the various focusing distances that are supposed to help with parallax. The main reason for this parallax is because of how far the Viewfinder sits from the lens. The smallest frame line is for the 0.3 close focus, the dotted frame line is for 0.6, and the entire Viewfinder is designed to be used for framing from 1 meter to infinity. However, I don't find these to be very clear or accurate. Since the Viewfinder is removable, I really want Lomography to update it. As this is my one and only major con with this camera, simply updating the Viewfinder to make it clearer and easier to use would go a really long way, even if Lomography has to sell it separately. The lens features 4 different focus modes: 0.3 meters, 0.6 meters, 1 to 2 meters, and finally, infinity focus. As the name suggests, the lens is made of glass and it's incredibly sharp if you get your subject in focus. The Lomo'Instant Wide Glass uses a scale focusing system, so focusing with the camera is a bit of a guessing game, and you have to estimate how far you are from your subject. I only find this method of focusing to be difficult when you're shooting at 0.3 or 0.6 meters. The built-in lens is a 90mm f8. Since Instax Wide is a fairly large format, the crop factor is approximately 0.37 times. Lomography states the lens is a 35mm full-frame equivalent. Multiplying the focal length and aperture by 0.37 times, we get about a 33mm f3. To be clear, the lens doesn't let in the same amount of light as an f3 lens will, it's still an f8 lens, but it will have a similar depth of field to a full-frame 35mm at f3. The build quality is definitely not the reason to buy this camera. It's not built bad by any means, but it's made out of plastic, and I have a feeling if you were to drop it on the ground, there's a very good chance the camera would not survive. Being built out of plastic isn't necessarily a bad thing though, for 2 main reasons. If this camera was made out of metal, yes, it would look good and feel great, but it would cost a lot more than $279. And as you can see, it's a fairly large camera, so being built out of plastic helps to keep its weight down. The Lomo'Instant Wide is packed full of features that sets it apart from every other Instax camera on the market. The camera has a built-in flash with the option to turn it on and off, a multiple exposure mode, an exposure compensation switch that goes from -1, 0 to +1, and below that, the shooting mode dial. Most of the time, I'm shooting in A for auto mode. This means the camera will select the shutter speed for you. Below that, there's the B for bulb mode. This allows you to set the shutter speed manually and take long exposures. However, the camera won't allow you to take exposures longer than 30 seconds. I think there's a way to hack this by using the multiple exposure mode and the bulb mode in tandem and stack as many 30-second exposures as you'd like, but I'm not 100% sure about this. Then we have the f22 mode. This allows you to lock the aperture at f22 and shoot with a large depth of field while keeping the camera automatically selecting your shutter speed. And finally, 1/30th. This will lock your shutter speed to 1/30th of a second and is the only way to fully lock the settings on this camera and effectively shoot in manual. Shooting in this mode locks your settings to 1/30th of a second, f8 and ISO 800, which is the speed of Instax film. One of the coolest features of this camera is that it has a PC sync port. This was one of the biggest draws for me when it came to getting this camera. While I haven't been able to test this feature out yet, I'm really excited to bring it out on a photo shoot and be able to sync the Lomo'Instant Wide Glass to my strobes. The Lomo'Instant Wide Glass is an extremely capable camera that provides great and sharp results. It took me a while to settle on what instant camera I wanted to buy, but I'm really happy I bought this one, and it's quickly becoming one of my favorite cameras to use. the Lomo'Instant Wide Glass will return. Thank you for watching.